In a relationship, honesty and sincerity are the most important factors. But how to identify those qualities in your man? There are challenges that, if overcome, will prove their worth and love. From simple situations to difficult challenges, each test has its own meaning. Let's explore 9 interesting challenges that can help you test a man's heart effectively. 1. Test of honesty. Imagine a difficult situation where a character has to face the truth that they have been hiding for a long time. This character is not honest with his best friend about an important secret, perhaps accidentally hurting the friend in the past without daring to admit it. When the friend begins to doubt and ask questions, the tension increases. Observe the character's emotions as they decide whether to admit the truth. Are they brave enough to face the consequences of admitting, or do they choose to continue hiding? Describe the internal struggle, from anxiety, shame to relief when they finally decide to tell the truth. 2. Testing patience. Next, imagine a situation where the character needs to demonstrate patience. Maybe they have planned a special date, but the person is late without warning. Describe the initial excitement as they stand waiting, their heart pounding and their anxiety spreading. The minutes of waiting become long, and their patience begins to be tested. Add in negative thoughts about the value of the date, feelings of abandonment. Finally, show how they choose to react. Do they decide to leave, or do they wait patiently? Character growth is demonstrated by their ability to remain calm and patient, showing the value of waiting for something good, even if it is not easy. 3. Listening challenges. An important way to gauge someone's sincerity and interest is by how they listen when you share a story or problem. Try telling them about an important memory or a difficulty you are facing. When sharing, pay attention to whether they are really listening or just skimming over the story. Do they ask questions to better understand your feelings and thoughts, or do they just wait for their turn to speak? A person who is a true listener will show interest through their eyes and ask specific questions related to the problem you share. When giving advice, they will do so with sincerity and without being pushy. This listening not only helps build better relationships, but also shows their compassionate and caring nature. 4. Test your assertiveness. Assertiveness is not only shown in big situations, but even in small decisions can reflect a person's personality and leadership ability. Create a specific situation, such as asking them to help you choose a restaurant, an item, or decide between 2 options. The important thing is to observe how they react. Do they analyze the options clearly and make a decision confidently, or do they hesitate and hesitate? A person with assertiveness will not only make a decision quickly, but also be able to defend and explain why they chose that way. They are not afraid of responsibility and are willing to take responsibility if the decision does not bring the desired results. At the same time, decisiveness also reflects leadership. They know when to act and are not afraid to speak up, even in situations where there is conflict. By testing them with a small situation, you will get a better idea of whether they are confident in making decisions, and this will give you insight into how they will handle larger issues in the future. 5. Test respect. Create a setting in which you lay out the principles or values you hold dear, such as honesty, mutual respect, or fairness. Imagine that you are in a group discussion where there are many different opinions on an important issue. In this situation, test whether the participants can respect and accept the principles you have outlined. Describe how the group members respond to these values. Can they agree with the principles? Do they feel challenged and express opposing opinions? Observe how they demonstrate respect for different points of view. You can provide specific situations, such as when a person in the group tries to dismiss your opinion without respecting the way you presented it, or when another person tries to mediate to maintain harmony. Describe in detail how you feel and react when faced with respect or disrespect from those around you. 6. Challenges in handling conflict. Next, imagine a situation where a small disagreement occurs between two characters, perhaps friends, colleagues, or family members. This may stem from a difference of opinion about how to proceed with a project or a decision related to everyday life. Describe the situation in detail from the moment the disagreement begins. Perhaps a small statement or action triggers a reaction. Observe how each character reacts when the conflict arises. Do they stay calm and seek a solution? Do any of them try to listen and understand the other person's point of view? Or do they simply express anger and dissatisfaction? Describe the character's emotions as they try to resolve the conflict. You can show maturity when they realize that resolving the conflict calmly can lead to a better outcome for both parties. Finally, show satisfaction or stress when they find a solution, which will reflect the values they truly value in their relationship. 7. Empathy challenges. When I think about empathy, I recall a difficult experience I faced in the past. It was the time I lost my best friend. She became very ill and passed away very quickly, leaving me with a deep sense of emptiness and pain. I remember clearly that day, when I received the news, it felt like the whole world around me suddenly stopped. I struggled with guilt, anger, and loneliness. I didn't just lose a friend, I lost a part of myself. Memories of us laughing together, sharing secrets, and supporting each other through tough times suddenly become blurred and painful. I want you to put yourself in my shoes at that moment. Imagine yourself in the middle of an emotional storm, and everything seems meaningless. Can you feel the pain I felt? Try to understand what I felt, and see if you can see the world through my eyes during those dark days. 8. Compassion challenge. Now I want you to take on a compassion challenge. Imagine a situation where you have to empathize with another person, perhaps me or someone in your life. For example, imagine you meet a stranger who is struggling with loneliness. Perhaps they have just lost their job or have just gone through a painful breakup. How would you feel in that situation? Can you acknowledge and understand their feelings? Try to listen to their story without judgment. Simply empathize with their pain. Imagine that you are in their shoes and think about what you can do to help. As you observe and evaluate how others experience life's difficulties, you will realize that compassion is not just about understanding, but also about taking action. Try offering some helpful advice, maybe a warm word, a hug, or just a shoulder to lean on. Let your empathy and compassion make the world a better place, because we all need a little light in our darkest moments. 9. The challenge of building a future. Create a setting where you and an important man in your life, whether it's your boyfriend, husband, or a close friend, sit down to discuss your plans and dreams for the future. This could be a cozy evening at home, a picnic, or even a road trip. Start the conversation by sharing your own dreams and ambitions, such as a career you want to pursue, plans to start a family, or travel plans you've been dreaming about. Observe how he listens and responds. Does he show interest, ask more about your plans, and show support for those dreams? Next, invite him to share his own plans and dreams. Maybe he dreams of growing his career, starting a small business, or simply having a happy family life. Consider whether your visions are similar. Do you feel excited to hear about his dreams and see how they complement each other? Or do you feel there are major differences between the two of you? As you discuss the future, pay attention to how each of you is willing to work together to achieve your common goals. Does he show determination and commitment to moving forward with you? It could be planning trips together, creating a joint budget to save for bigger goals, or simply promising to support each other in personal growth. These challenges not only help you assess your man's sincerity and commitment, but also contribute to building a stronger relationship in the future. When you both explore and share your dreams together, it creates a solid foundation for trust and cooperation, helping you both feel closer and more connected. Finally, think about how you feel after this conversation. Do you feel optimistic about your future together? Does the relationship really grow when you both share these dreams and plans together? Thank you for following today's content. Hopefully, the challenges we have explored have given you some insightful thoughts. If you find this content interesting, don't forget to leave a comment below. Please like if you love this story and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next interesting videos. We will have many interesting things to discover together. See you in the next chapters.